our next property on our list is gonna be on floor 3-1 floor. That's clean. To our right, boom. It looks like it's this one. Oh, yeah, bingo. Did you see this one?
Never.
Look at that. You see the boards? You see the boards up there?
Yeah.
Let's look to see if it's been sold or what's going on with this record. That thing look like it needs some help. A whole lot of help, actually.
It's got a.
You see a sign?
City of West Palm Beach.
I can't see it.
Yeah.
It's right here.
City of West Palm Beach Historic Prevention.
Site. So you need,
Oh yeah.
tear down.
Yeah. They're gonna tear that down.
After the owner.
Yeah, but
Is it okay? Who's it owned by? Is it owned by the county or?
No, she's
Let me take a look at this. Okay.
Oh, she bought it in
2016.
2016 for $249.9.
Yeah, so she's probably getting ready to flip it, but that's back in 2016. Don't look like much has happened unless there was an added addition to it that's in the front that's been torn down, because it looks like there's something was going on that
there
front
was
side.
something. Yeah.
314 per month.
Can we do an enhanced search on it? You think anything will come back?
You want to?
Yeah, I could perform it if you want.
That's cool. I'll do it.
All right.
No, it said enhanced search unsuccessful.
Okay, so real quick, let's talk about that real quick. So whenever you use Deal Machine and you get a situation where the enhanced search isn't successful, make sure you skip trace that. All right, because Deal Machine may not get the number that you need, but you can do an enhanced, not enhanced search, but you can actually do a skip trace, and you can use a really good service like Find a Seller, right? Like something like this, I'll use Find a Seller on. Like if I look at that and I do my due diligence, right? I see when the property was sold. I'm looking at the property. It's in horrible shape, right? The person may live out of state, or they may live out of town, right? And the property just looks horrible. Probably got code violations. I'm sure that's probably got code violations on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that the likelihood of them wanting to sell is probably a good chance. So it's worth the $10 to spend to get that number. You see what I'm saying? So in this situation, I would keep a record of that. You remember when David Lecco went over how to tag properties, right?
Yeah.
So what I would do is I'd add a label and I'll say skip trace. That'd be the name of the label. So whenever I find a property and I get this similar situation, I add a label to it, call it skip trace. So when I get home, all I got to do is filter out all my skip trace properties, get all the addresses, and skip trace them. All right?
How you say how did he explain how you tag it?
Okay, let's see here. You got to create a label. I'm gonna show you off the phone how to do that. All right, so going to your settings, and if you guys want to follow along too, you can. Go into your settings, and then you're gonna look into property tags, and where it says manage your property tags, and then you'll see like there's already default tags that Deal Machine, they put in there, tall grass stuff, mailbox stuff like that. But you can create your own custom tag, and you can name it whatever you want. So you can see, as you can see, my custom tags here. All right, skip trace. I have one that says water list. I have one that says deliver offer. So this way I know when I'm organizing my leads after I'm done or whenever I need to, I can make a whole list of just ones I need to be skip traced. All right? So it's very simple. So all you gotta do is click create property tag at the bottom, name it whatever you want, save it, and then now when you're at the property and you want to add it to a property, let's say this is the property we're dealing with right here. You wanna add this property, you want to add the tag to it, you scroll down until you see property tags right underneath the property information. Click that, and it'll show you all of your tags. And usually the tags that you create are at the top, so it's very easy to access. So this one will be skip trace. Okay? One thing I want you guys to know is that organization is extremely important. Extremely important, right? You don't need to be organized to do your first deal, but if you want to grow, you need to be organized.
Yeah.
All right, so getting organized as soon as possible is always a good thing, okay? So we can move on to the next house. I'm gonna go to the next one. This one is 409 Manhattan Boulevard. Oh, there's some neighbors here. That's about the house. Hold on, 1 second, 1 second. Hi. Hi, how are you doing today?
Good.
We buy houses, and we noticed this house back here. Do you know anything about it?
Right now, I really don't know. It's been a vacant lot for about a year and a half.
A year and a half?
But my brother's looked at it too. I don't.
Okay.
He knows more about the property, but I don't think it's for sale yet.
Okay.
But I don't even know who the previous owner was.
Okay. Okay, but by any chance, do you and your brother buy houses, or?
We do. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So,
All right. Have you?
Yeah, I know he's like I said, he looked at the property a little while ago.
All right.
But I'm not. It was like 6 months ago, so I don't know the story.
Okay. Are you renovating one here?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So, are you in the market of finding any more properties? You want to buy more?
Possibly. You got a card?
Yeah, absolutely.
You never know, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. We can work together. I mean, teamwork makes things happen. So. By the way, my name is Luke.
Hey, I'm Jim. What was it?
Pleasure to meet you. Luke.
Luke. Okay.
Yes, sir.
My son's name.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool, man.
And what we got with the video here?
Yeah, so I actually teach students all across the U.S. how to do how to flip real estate with no money and no credit. So,
great.
so I'm actually taking them on a drive here.
Great.
So do you do mainly flips?
No, we keep them and rent them out usually.
Okay. And if you'd like, you can rip it again. Okay. I can take down your number.
Sure. I can't sign release. I might be one in about 5 days.
We'll blur you out.
There you go. Just the face.
Do we have your good side though, Jim?
Nah, it's fat on all sides.
Awesome.
There you go.
All right. Pleasure to meet you.
All right, you too.
All right.
Take care.
You
Good
too.
luck.
So that was Jim. So Jim buys houses. He was letting me know that he buys houses to rent them. So this is a landlord. So when you do your numbers, right?
Yeah.
That 1%, remember that, right?
Yeah.
All right, so check this out, guys. Here's Jim's number. So if you guys want to take down Jim's number, that's a buyer. That's a landlord buyer here. So I'll pass the paper around and you guys can take his number down, call him when you got a deal. Oh, I'm sorry, yeah, sure. Thank you very much. So yeah, so this is the really cool thing I love about driving for dollars. You're killing so many birds with one stone.
Yeah.
You're literally just driving a route and you meet people, you know? It turns out Jim was actually trying to get a hold of that property too, right? But Jim is a buyer. Now you just added another buyer to your buyers list. And he's a nice guy. Seems like he's good for it, you know? So this is the part about driving for dollars I like, because I get to hand out my business cards to people. You know, and I like that. Meeting people who know about the market. You get to learn your market, you get to learn the neighborhoods. You know what's happening in your area, you know? And you get to meet sellers too. What you'll see, and I wish I should have brought some brochures. I wish I would have thought about it. But I have brochures. You guys seen the brochures, right? So every time we drive, I'd carry the brochures. So that way when I'm meeting people, maybe somebody walking up the street in their neighborhood, somebody outside watering their lawn, hey, excuse me, how about houses in your area? Do you know anybody who's interested in selling a home? I pay cash and they hand in the brochure. It's to our right. So it's the property, it's the first property on the corner, which is that one right there, 415. We can stop here, this is good. And there's somebody living there. So this would be one that we would send a bad tenant letter to. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah. So this is the brochure that we utilize when we're driving for dollars, right? Got a company logo on there and it has a simple message on the back. It says, sell your house quick and easy, all right? So as I'm talking to them, I hand them the brochure, hand them a business card. And what we also have too, that I didn't bring with me, guys, is we have a car magnet on the side of our car, and it just says we buy houses. So immediately, as people see us driving by, they're not scared. They don't feel intimidated. They don't. You know that question that happens. What is this person doing in my neighborhood? Why are they just driving around slowly? And why is this person flagging me down?
Yeah.
All of that goes out the window because they clearly see that you buy houses. So now it all makes sense. All right. So we can go to the next house. This one right here would be a tired of being a landlord letter all day. 511 Irvine Road. It's gonna be on our left-hand side. So if you guys want to, you've seen this already, right, Cobbin?
Yes, I did.
Okay, you want to take a look at this? So we always bring that. We bring brochures, business cards. We got our car magnet. If you're gonna be out, an average route for us takes about an hour and a half. Bring some snacks. You know what I'm saying? Look at this. Is this it? That's the one? J, right there. Boom. They got that thing gated down. I want to see if anybody's in there. Look, do you see? Look at the roof. You see that crack going alongside the house, underneath the roof? That sign, that could be possible. That's either probably just stucco just cracking up, or that could be structural damage. So I'll take a look at that. I'm just gonna take a quick peek. Looks like they are doing some kind of work. Looks like they're doing work to this house. Here, come here, take a look at this. You see all that tall grass? Like, they have not been taking care of this property. This would be a property I would definitely send a letter to. You see those cracks alongside the house there? This has not been maintained. And they probably have this fence up here because they don't want anybody seeing what's happening back there, because they could be getting fined for that. See, there's another gate here. Oh, this is a much better view. So, yeah, this is definitely a vacant house all day long. It doesn't look like they're doing any work to this house. So we want to get in contact with the owner of this home, and we want to see if they'll be interested in selling. They haven't done anything with this. This amount of grass, when you see this, all of these weeds here, you see that bushel of weeds right there? That is very fresh. You see those trees back there? That's been growing there for a while. So there's a good chance that whoever owns this house probably hasn't been back to this house for a long while. So we want to get in touch with them because they may not be able to fix this property up. They may want to sell it. So let's get back to the truck. So that house is definitely a vacant house. You've seen this one? All right, let's take this one down. You guys want to take a look at it?
Yeah, it's cool.
Cause you gotta get a picture of this house, bro. Like this is really bad. It's corporate owned. Okay, so with these corporate owned houses, I'm curious to know if the corporation does that guy live here? So let me talk to him. Hi. Hi, how are you doing, sir? Sorry, didn't mean to disturb you, but we're actually, we buy houses, so we're looking at this house.
Oh.
Yeah, so I didn't mean to disturb you. Sorry for blocking your driveway as well.
You're good, dude. I own this house, so.
Okay, cool.
If you want,
Yeah.
that house has been abandoned for about a year plus.
Okay. We're gonna blur you out, so if it's,
What I'm saying is that house has been abandoned.
for a year. Do you know who owns it by any chance? Okay. Okay, did it always look like that a year ago? Okay, all right. Yeah, I mean, you know, houses like this, they're a sore in the neighborhood, you know? And so we buy houses, we fix them up, and keep the values up in the neighborhood.
Okay.
All right, so I really appreciate you you giving us that information. So there's some more neighbors here. Everybody's crazy. Some more neighbors here. So this is a corporate-owned house. This is a corporate-owned house. So, do you see how bad this is?
Yes, it's awful.
So that guy that lives across the street was saying that it's been vacant like this for a year. So it looks like what may have happened, being the house is corporate-owned, they probably could have lost this house because he was saying that this house has been like this for a year ago, and she's saying, and they both live in the same house, she's saying that this property, that whoever had it renovated the property and it's just been left like that. So it's a good chance they probably lost this property. Yeah. So This is corporate owned.
Yeah.
Do you see the LLC that own it or the company?
Yeah, Delta MG Corporation. Actually, I was just explaining to Avery as far as the perks, like the good and the bad. Properties that's in corporations. That has corporations names, and I'm just explaining how you can look up the owners of the corporations.
Yep.
Off of Sunbiz.
Yep. And you can get their address.
Their address. You can
And if
get them on the phone. Call
Yep.
them.
And you
let
can
them know that you saw their property. Just see if they're interested in selling.
Yeah, and that's and some business is real clutch too, because even when you're looking for buyers, let's say you're looking at buyers off the MLS or you're looking at renovated properties and you go on the property appraiser's site and you notice that's an LLC that owns it. Hopping on Sunbiz can help you get in touch with that to help you find buyers as well. And if you Google search the name of the LLC, a lot of times you may end up finding a website with the phone number, or if you Google search the address, you may end up finding a website or a phone number that you can contact to get in touch with that buyer. There's been times for certain buyers in certain areas when I didn't have a buyer in those areas, if I'd find one, look at that, that one right there, that's vacant. Got a lockbox on it though. If I'd find one that is, if I find a house that I don't have a buyer for in a neighborhood I don't have a buyer for, and I'm looking for buyers, I end up finding a buyer that's an LLC owned, and I get their address, sometimes I'll just knock on the door. I'll just go right up to the office and ask them, hey, are you looking to buy any more properties? First you call, right? So I don't recommend doing everything I do, guys. It's just suggestions, letting you guys know what I do. But always call first, saves you the time, but if you can't get a hold of them and you know that person probably bought 2-3 properties in that area, it's worth it. This one right here? All right, let's make a left here.
Left?
Yeah, let's make a left here. We're gonna look at this house real quick. Oh yeah, look at that board. You see it boarded up? Somebody put. Yeah, that thing is empty. You see the door hanger?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's empty.
That's empty. Right here, it's good.
It's corporate owned as well.
Corporate owned as well. Who's the corporation that owns this one?
This one's Shift
LLC.
Shirts LLC.
When was it sold?
2014.
$78,000.
78,000.
So maybe they were renting it. The AC's on. You see that? The AC's on in there. Yeah, they could have probably just got somebody out of here. So I'd send them a tired landlord letter and see what happens with that. And I'd call it if I get the phone number to that LLC and call them. Say, hey, I know you got a property on XYZ 733, the street address. And then just pretty much just say, I'm looking to buy the house. Have you ever considered selling? I noticed it was vacant. Sometimes, the thing about LLCs, guys, don't be afraid of LLCs because, even yourself doing business, you have an LLC.
Yeah.
But you're reachable. So not every LLC is like this big corporation where you can't reach the top guy.
Yeah.
So don't be afraid to get in touch with LLCs because they may just be a person who's got a small business and a property that they don't want. So I'm saying? All right, so we can go to the next house.